Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham reaction from match day 33, where Wrexham fall at home at the Stoke Keras 1-2. And I say that because we did lose to Leyton Orient, or 2-1, whatever the hell you want to call it. We fell at home to Leyton Orient 2-1, and it was not wasn't great. Wasn't great, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. We have a lot to talk about here. Also, we have a lot to think about here. And as you can see on the thumbnail, it says gut check. And it falls on Parkinson again and the players. But Parkinson is there. But we have a lot to talk about today. And I'm not going to go all in on Phil Parkinson. I'm not going to go all in on the players. I'm not going to go all in on be frantic, because, as I say all the time, never get too high, never get too low. The calluses are out there too. Am I happy about what happened today? Obviously not. Are there problems that I see out there? Absolutely. Everyone wants to talk about tactics and the players and why we do this, which we're going to talk about today. But everyone thinks they're a goddamn. Everyone thinks they know everything, and I don't. But I'll tell you this: I know that we can play better than that. I know that Leyton Orient are the informed team in the league, and coming here to the Stoke Keras is never easy. And you have to be at your best. To go down early with the Rathbone goal and then battle back and get two goals, and get two more goals to win it, is a feat. And right now, currently, they sit in. I'm just live table right now, real quick. They sit in 6th place. We sit in 3rd place. But right now, we're drawing them, and we have plenty of time for this to happen. We're drawing them in the playoffs. It won't stay that way. We have a lot more to go. This is not over. This is not over. But there's questions to be asked. There's answers that are out there. There's players that are on the pitch that I feel currently are forcing the issue. There's we do live on moments, but we also do have our own tactics. We get away from them sometimes. We score goals, we set back. Parkinson went with an unchanged 11 tonight, and we talk about how he wants to play the game that's ahead of them. So I understand not changing a side that is winning. I understand all that. That has won 2 on the bounce away. So I get that. Keeping a Chomp in goal, who's been very good. I understand that. And dropping AO. If there's other things going on, I understand it. Implementing new players, our strike force is completely new. And I said that the trio in the Trinity midfielders, Ollie Rathbone, legend, Dobson is great. The breakup play, and then Matty James. Some people I said on the Wrexham time, there's like, is he the guy for the middle of the park? I believe that's probably our best midfield currently. The back line, again, we did give up goals, but we were at 6s and 7s a little bit there too. I see you, John. I'm going to give you your just desserts in a minute, my friend. But no, there are questions to be asked, but it's not over. But it is a gut check moment. Look yourself right here. Right here. It's a gut check moment. Do you want it? How bad do you want this? Because right now, it's a tough one, but it's not over. But it is a gut check moment. It's a gut check moment. We don't lose at home. We don't. We don't lose at home when we go ahead. We did tonight. We're human, and this is out of the ordinary. We have 2 interviews coming in, Parkinson and Jrod. We're going to talk about those in a minute. Congratulations to John Merrill and Birmingham City. We'll talk about that too. Didn't coming out some sacrifice though tonight, and I want to give this in a heartfelt. I don't mean this in a bad way at all. Jay Stansfield did go off and got stretchered off tonight. I'm shifting gears, and we'll get back to us real quick. But I brought this up. He did score, and this is what you never want to see. And I hope he's okay. That happened tonight, and I hope he's all right. I'm not sure what it is, but Jay Stansfield is a very, very special player, and went off tonight, and he was injured, and I hope he's okay. I'm going to put that aside for now, John. But anyways, we have 2 interviews here, one for Phil Parkinson, one from Jrod. And we're going to get to them. We're going to dive into it a little bit, and some of it might be, expected. what we can hear from Parkinson. I'm sure I've said this for how many months now? Have a probing question. Let's see what happens. I haven't watched this. I know there were spaces out there on X. There was people talking. We had our Wrexham time. It wants to dive in and have their say. I'm aware of all of it. But I will say we have the ability to have hindsight. And we have the ability to say, like, maybe an unchanged 11 for tonight's game wasn't the best. Maybe, Barney pushing to try to do things wasn't the best. Macca, I don't want to get in on him, but Macca's ineffective. Just going to say, Macca's ineffective on the left side, and it doesn't bring us balance. And we'll leave it there. But we have a lot to get into. And I don't want to overanalyze and dive into it. But there's some things that need to be said. There is some things that need to be said. But it's not over. But it's a gut check moment. It is a gut check moment. How bad do we want this? How bad? I'm not settling to go into the playoffs. I want second or first. Granted, Birmingham City are going to probably get first, but I want second. And Wycombe have a tough run ahead. So anyways, please smash the like on the video and subscribe to the local pundit as you are. We're on our way to 2,000, which is all because of you in the community, and on to 50,001, as you know. But thanks for coming in. And it's a full day here, and it's been a long one, too. After watching us lose, it's not great to come back in here with all of you. And I love to do it, but it's tough to do it. But we're doing this, and that's why we're here today. John says Stan's gone to the hospital checks, but was an impact injury. It wasn't a ligament or a leg break, so we will be out. He'll be out for a while, but hopefully long term. Okay, good to hear for that. I like that. Thanks for the job for the update. So appreciate that. That's good news. You never want to see anyone, a good player like that, go. But let's get into Parkinson's interview. I want to hear what he has to say after that, and let's see if he has something interesting for us to talk about.
Bill, defeat here at the Stoke Kairos tonight. How do you summarise that match?
I thought first half was decent. We got a goal. We've had other chances to score again. Ball just wouldn't quite drop for us in and around the box. And then the goal conceded we're disappointed with because we give Kelman time in the box when we know he's a fox in the box. And we've gotten back in the game. So I thought the first half generally was decent. Some kind of unforced errors, which we needed to eradicate. And then second half, I felt we never played with the composure we needed to play with to win the game. The goal obviously gave them a lift. And we were too hurried in possession. We didn't get any control or play like we normally do, kicking to this end in the second period, which is having a mixture in our game of moving the ball quickly, switching the play, and really stretching teams. And we never really got to grips with them second half. Credit to them.
He's rambling on, but I want to take on two parts right there, too. Never had control of the game. Never did. And why? Why is that? You got Max booting the ball. He's not good on the ball, just putting it out the touch, trying to find guys down the lane. Barney doing that, things like that. And listen, it's got to be critical. I'm sorry, it's got to be critical tonight. We lost. Find me one good thing tonight. Ollie Rathman was awesome. Okay, Ollie Rathman was great. But he's right. We didn't control the game. They took their time. The first 10 minutes of the game was the worst couple rounds of a heavyweight fight. They felt us out. They calmed the game down. They actually took the life out of the game, and they said, "You're at home." This is one thing I want to be critical about too. You're at home, but we're in control. That's what happened. Yes, we did score first, but they pulled the rug out from us, and they said, "We're going to control this game." Their manager was up in the stands, teletext in there, doing things, doing bits. They took control out of it. They pulled the rug out from us, and they controlled that game. And then after we scored, they scored back. It was a good goal by them, but sloppy defense on us. Hit the post, goes in the back of the net. I get it. But then after that, you know what? We were 6s and 7s. They had the 39-year-old. What the hell is his name? I don't even know. Techie, I see your chat. If you want to have your say, Techie, come on in, have your say, brother. Just let me know. I'll drop the link. Their player, he's 39,000 years old. He's fucking my age. Was Pratley, who got sent off, was immense. Absolutely immense. They controlled this game, and we chased it, booting the ball into nowhere, into space, no time, no easy. No one stepping on the ball. Matty James should have been stepping on the ball. O'Connell should have been stepping on the ball, but no. We kept putting the ball into touch or putting it into a channel when no one's there. And these are hard gut check lessons that we need to get on, or we're going to find ourselves in the playoffs. I'm going to read Welsh Techie's chat right here, and I just put a lifeline out to him if he's interested. That's the playoffs for us, Josh. This is just the continuation of how we've been playing. New strikers up front, but the same lack of chances. No surprise. I mean, how many shots did we have on goal? How many shots do we have? The stats say we had 19 shots, 4 on target. So it's not a striker problem, to Welsh Techie's point. Sorry, I'm losing to Welsh Techie's point, but it's a problem. It's a problem. And the control is a thing. You can't have a team come and not boss us, but take us out of our rhythm, take us out of our pattern of play, and control the game at home at the Stoke Ross. We are awesome at home. Awesome. And this team is no slouch. No slouch. I went with Hart with my pick, 3-1. Hart. I should have went with my head. I should have. But I'm a fan, short for fanatic. Shea Daddy's in the house. What's going on? Just look at our pass completion percentage all season long. This isn't a new issue. Parky needs to address it tactically. It's like youth kick and rush tactics, says Shea Daddy. Orient are good footballing side. They are. I've thought it for a while now, regards to Wrexham, that you are physical bullies and that it will work against you many. But against good footballing sides, you really struggle. Well, true to that point, my friend. True to that point, my friend. Let's finish this. Let's keep going here. But Parkinson said, didn't control the ball. No shit. No shit. It was happy feet at the back.
The speed of their pressing, the energy they got with the goal they scored and the subs they made, probably to an extent that's correct. But equally,
he's talking about the second half. He's waited too long again. Waited too long again to bring subs on. He did. We chased that game. We were chasing that game from 46 minutes in. We were chasing that game from 46 minutes in. They came out of the second half and their tails were up and they were ready for it. They were like, all right, Wrexham at home, we'll show you. Yeah, we were chasing that game. We came out with zero intensity in the second half and they controlled the game. And I'm going to say it right now. That's on you, my friend. That's on you. I love you, bruv, but that's on you. Techie says, Macca shouldn't keep his place down. Sorry, excuse me. Macca shouldn't keep his place down. We have Longman. He should be a crush sub for the end of the game. I agree with that. I was going to get to the Macca, and Macca should not be starting any more games. I said it during the match, Techie. It's over. Don't do it. I love Macca. Great captain. We have better players. And I said we're going to a trade. If you're willing to drop Paul Mullen, who's an unbelievable striker, you can drop Macca. Drop him. He needs to be dropped. That's it. It's not effective. It's not effective because we don't have balance there. And I know a lot of people are not going to like that because I like Macca. Macca, you can come on. We'll have a conversation. But, it's not effective. The reason why it's not effective is because we put so much pressure on Barney on the right side. And Barney is in his own head because he's worried about Longman taking his spot. So he's doing things out of character for him. And then Macca's doing what? He's worried about Macca hasn't gotten a yellow card in 6 games now because he's on 6. He's going to lose 2. So he's playing more conservative. And I said it, he's a Wayne Rooney type player, playing on the edge, playing aggressive. That's not in his game. And it's not in his game right now. And that's what makes him great. So come in, be effective. Now, if Parkinson wants to get Longman or rev up the speed to get them on the pitch so they can understand the style of play. I say style of play, take it for what it is, then fine. But Mac is not a starter for me because we've evolved more from that. We've evolved with Rathbone in there, with Matty James and a Dobson and a Smitty and a Jrod up front. You know, we've evolved, and a Brunt. We have. We're in this combination of just the evolution of the side. You're right. Take them out. Do it. I know unchanged 11 is like becoming a tattoo on my ass that I regret when I was 19 years old in college. You know what? I'm pledging SAE, but it is what it is. You got to change shit up, dude. You got to change some shit up. And we have hindsight for all of that too. I don't think Barney was spectacular either, Techie. I don't. But let me finish this interview up, and I'm going to get to some of the chat because there's some good chat in there.
We've got to look at ourselves as well, and there wasn't enough periods in the game where we linked the play and got 3 or 4 passes in, and made them move as a team out of possession. And so we, like I said, give them credit, but equally, you know, we can do better. Towards the end, we nearly got back in it. You know, scrambles in the box. Lads made an unbelievable header to stop Fletch scoring. Sam Smith nearly scored on the back stick. So we nearly got back in it. But we were just a little bit hurried in everything we did in that second period, and we needed to show more composure in our play.
Yeah, we nearly did get back in it. You want to know why? Because you have great players. We do. We have great players. We do. And they went out and they put their best out, their best foot forward. They were trying to win and go out and win the game. We scrambled on the line. They got some balls off, but also they scored 2. Brunty saved us because saved us from going 3-1 down. Whatever the fuck. I mean, it's true. But to that said, we have good players. Another day we could have won the match. We could have done it, or we could have drawn it. It would have been awesome. We drew, and I'm throwing my hat, and I'm running back there, and I'm smashing lights, and we're all in the stands celebrating it because that's we love this squad. We love it. We want to go up. But yeah, another day it could have happened. It could have happened. Tech, are you not coming in? Or are you coming in? Just yes or no. So yeah, on another day it could have happened, and it didn't today. And this is the gut check moment. It really is. It really is. To the chat, and I'll finish off on Parkinson in a minute. John Merrill, to think that Parkinson will not change his tactics or style. He hasn't all his managerial career and won't start now. And I know that, John. I know that, John. And you are 100% right. And everyone that supports this club knows that. So we go with the good and bad. So you got to take the good with the bad. And that's not bad. It's just we understand who we are. You know, we're not going to play Barcelona sexy football, but we could still win football games with the tactics that happen because we have great players. It is. And my goal for us is to get 3 points and to get into the championship by hook or crook. I don't care. I don't care. I love us. I love the club, and I want us to go up. That's it. Matt Al, who got a signature from the Velvet Hammer, sent me a picture of it. Got a signed autograph from the Velvet Hammer from Mark Griffiths. Fantastic. Says Barney and Jrod still not gelling. Bickering Barney cutting inside to play to feet whilst they're effing crossing. There's a problem there. There's a problem there, Matt. I don't know if you went to the game tonight, but there is a problem there. They are not speaking from the same hymn tune, for sure. Techie goes on to say, Sunday, Barney and Longman on the wings, George, Ollie, Rathbone, and Cannon in the middle, Smitty and Marriott up front. I like the Smitty Marriott up front. I like the George idea, even though people are like, you're full of crap. He said that the Trinity is Dobson and Maddie and Dobson, Maddie, and Rathbone. Fine. George and Maddie are the same player. But I would say for the legs portion of it, even though it's a Sunday match, Techie, that's a good shout. Good shout, my friend. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Just did my tactics and outlet. Carol in HR. Carol made a good appearance tonight. Just so you know, he's actually elated from doing his taxes. I will get to the chat. Just let me get through this, okay?
Obviously, Orient coming into this very much an informed team in this division. How important is the reaction now on Sunday, knowing full well that you've got another away game to try and pick up some points?
Yeah, we came into tonight on the back of a really good performance at the weekend, and yeah, of course it's disappointing, but the games are coming thick and fast, so you very quickly have got another chance to put what we didn't do well, put it right at the weekend on Sunday at Mansfield, and we'll certainly do that.
Yeah, well, we'll certainly do that. Mansfield Town are in the mud. They're in the mud right now. I think they lost tonight. Let me just double check. I think they did lose. Let me just see, bro, as you see right here. Mansfield did lose. They're in a run of form of absolute dog smack. And they do play us on the weekend. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Can we put it right? Yeah, we better.
If you would on Ollie Rathbone, another goal for him tonight. How impressed have you been with his contribution on the attacking end? Yeah,
no, it was a great finish from him. It was a very good delivery from Jim, and he's in a good vein of form, and it was a terrific finish. And yeah, it's all round. We didn't get him on the ball as much as we'd have liked. He relies on people giving him the ball in that pocket and then driving at the opposition. But the times we got him in the ball second half were few and far between. And so all round, yeah, of course we're pleased that he's got another one.
Just finally,
yeah, got another one. Didn't get the win.
Back-to-back away wins previously. How important is it now that you go to Sunday with the confidence, knowing what you have produced beforehand?
Yeah, that's right. I think, listen, we're obviously disappointed with tonight, but we've got to move on quickly. There's lots of football left in this season yet, and we'll go to Mansfield looking to replicate the performance on our travels the last couple of games.
At the end there, very basic responses. Fine, I'll give him that. He just lost the match. He's not going to go all in, but you got to turn it around fast. Yeah, we have a Sunday game. Thank God it's not a Saturday game, but we do have a Sunday game against Mansfield Town. But I'll tell you right now, it's okay to lose matches, to an informed team at home at the Stoke. It's fine. I get it. But you just want to capitalize on those and really push on. We made it harder on ourselves. I think Techie set it up early. We're making it harder on ourselves. We have such good players. We have so many talented players. We do. And, sometimes, you know what? It doesn't work out. We don't off night, whatever it is. I just saw a message come on Wrexham talking about the crowd. Yeah, the crowd was silent tonight, but also they're not silent. They're behind them, but they're frustrated. It's a frustrating evening. We've said it for so long that we have not played our best football. We have not played our best football several times. And the result tonight is dropping points. Shea Daddy said the stat carousel showed 61% passing completion. I don't remember where we ended up. You can't win when 4 out of every 10 passes go to the opponent. That's great math, Shea Daddy. I like you. I like it. And they can cheat defensively toward our right side because Macca isn't a threat. He's not a threat. That's another one there. And Carol also says, set it in extra time. Longman playing for Macca on the left might take some of the pressure off of Barney. You can and Longman can take over from Matt. So what he's saying is like Longman should be Longman should be starting, Carol. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you. And great showing on extra time, my friend. And Bruce did make his debut. Awesome. Keep going on. Keep making those debuts on the call-in show. And anywhere else. If you want to come on the regular show, let me know. All in for that. And we lost the midfield link in the second half tonight, so everything broke down, says Techie. We need to restore the service through the midfield. I agree with you, which we normally do, Techie. We normally do that service thing there. And CR, who assisted the goal tonight, it was on a corner. So I think it was Macca. And if that's the case, Wrexham have an elite midfield. Rathbone says Matt Al was good, but he wasn't as good as he was on Saturday. Tired legs. True that form. There you go. Unchanged 11. I'm gonna get either gonna get tacked on my ass or I'm gonna get tattooed right here. I'm gonna get unchanged 11 tattooed under right here. That's it. So if he goes unchanged 11 on the weekend, I'm going to tattoo it right here under my. There you go. JP Lamb, we don't need to change tactics. Parky has said it before wins and relies on player brilliance. Okay, fair enough. Unfortunately, Jay Barney had a bad game. Let's not sugarcoat it. If Long was in his place, his left foot would have been more of a threat. There is a shout to that. There is a shout to that, JP Lamb. There is a shout to that. And John Merrill making bits here. And then we have an interview coming up from Jrod, who didn't have his best game. Problem with Parkinson style is 2% base. And while the good players can't work when it doesn't play to plan B, there is no plan B. And Catalyst Gaming, Smith and Mira are too similar. Interesting. No, I disagree with you, brother. They both play the same way. I'd rather play Mulls, no, or Jrod linking the offer. Good shout right there. I tend to think that Mulls isn't fit. He said it before. He's like, oh, he's going to be all right. I tend to think that's not true. But everyone's agreeing with Jrod. Congratulations for getting to Wembley, John. Odds on the double the bookies. Yeah, you guys are good. Yours are good. Okay. Jose Rejas, when you see the player kicking the ball into the air in the last 8 minutes, it's never a good sign. No, it isn't. Okay. And all right, let's go. Dabo's name is George also. It is. All right, let's get to this other interview here. And you know what? How about this? I'll do something I haven't done in a while. Free hit. Free hit. There you go. There's the link.
To speak here tonight at the Stoke High Rasp, what are your reflections on this evening?
Yeah, obviously it's disappointment. You know, we wanted to carry on the run. But credit to them, I thought they played well. I think, you know, we had obviously first half. I thought we did really well. Maybe had a few chances to put them away, and you know it becomes a different game. And then they do well to get back, and made it difficult for us then. And then it was obviously I think we were unlucky right at the end to not get some out of the game.
After the start,
we were unlucky, but it was like we did it to ourselves. You know, it's one of those things. We did it to ourselves. We did this to ourselves. We did. You go up, you drop point, you give a goal back. We did it to ourselves. I did drop the link in there, by the way, if anyone wants to come in and say. We did this to ourselves. And that's fine. It happens. You know what I mean? I'm frustrated, but we did it to ourselves. He was a frustrated figure out there tonight. He was. But there's multiple reasons why. Learning to play together, understanding cadence for each other. You know, him trying to play up top with a striker he's never played with Smitty. Our tactics coming into a team. This is kind of an unprecedented thing. And I said this before, unprecedented, two new strikers in there. Come on now. 2 new strikers up top trying to learn. We are in a transition, but he's a frustrated figure out there.
Does it show maybe the fine margins in this division when you've got a team like Orient who are in such good form, and maybe another goal had changed the way that the game's played out?
Definitely, you know, fine margins in football, no matter what league it is a very fine. And you know, it's just it could take a second to score a goal and change the momentum of a game. And I think probably tonight was maybe that. You know, if we go 2 up in the moment, I think, you know, we kind of kill the game and we stay patient maybe. But it's like I say, credit to them. I thought they played well, but disappointment from us. But you know, we're in tomorrow. We'll debrief it and go through it, be ready for the game on Sunday, which is a really good thing that there's a game coming around the corner, because I think that's the best way to, you know, to get over it and put things right.
Well, there's always a game coming around the corner, but I tell you what, number one issue, you just said it right there. Put 2 in and two after, get a second goal. We don't do that. I do not know why we don't go after. We score 1. I don't know why we don't do it. He goes very, very tactically conservative. And they started to push on us after we got the goal. Was it 17, 18 minutes in for about 15 minutes? I don't know why we do that. I don't. That is, other than the late subs, that is the worst tactic that I think that Parkinson has, is pulling back and not going for that second goal. And teams smell it. They feel it, and they go. And they say, hey, you know what? Let's get after it. Their tails are up. Our tails should be up, and we should continue to go for that second goal. We don't do that. That was, other than late subs, that is the worst tactic, I think, that we go after too. We allow teams to come on. We sit too deep. We get lucky. You know, they give them confidence, and then they build in it. It's not good. And that I think will be the modus operandi of this season, where we go up and we're like, cool, this is it. 1-0. Awesome. This is great. This is great. It's like going out, getting a number the first person you meet out at night when you single, and then just calling it quits. Like, I'm out, done. You know, keep going out and have fun. You're single, have fun. But I think that I think that's our worst tactic. What we do, we score and we sit back. Nick Haslam, new to the chat, I believe. How are you, Nick? Where are you watching from? Drop it in the chat. Give us your origin story. It's not the tactics pulling back; it's the mentality. This is how consistent, solid performance and points building happen for long seasons through the slops of this league. Nice job, Nick. I like that. And John Merrill says, "Why do I agree? While I do agree with you, you can always lose a game, Josh, on PPG points per game. But for second, you cannot afford many more losses than Wycombe, which is a huge W tonight. Of course, they got a huge win tonight. You're absolutely right." And Matt House says, "I stand by what I said about Smith and Jrod. Should have played him in the BTS trophy to build their match awareness and gel. Huge mistake. Fair enough." And my favorite, Hip Karma. Jrod and Smith will take time to learn the cadence of the squad and anticipate accurately with us on the pitch. Give them time. Hip Karma, I agree with you. Unfortunately, we don't have much more time. We don't. We don't. But you're 100% right. But we don't have much time. So right now, we're looking at hopefully 2. And unfortunately maybe playoffs. So, but that's the problem of bringing in someone so late. 2 strikers in. But you're right. You 2 things could be true at the same time. They need to learn each other, but we don't have enough time to do that. They need to start scoring goals together. And she's right. I mean, she knows, she's smarter than I am. And dead on, this is the cost of upgrading the talent in January, says CR, Hip Karma. It takes time to get the team to gel. 100%. All those things are true. And don't ever question Hip Karma, myself included. Catalyst Gaming says, not sure beating Bristol at home is exactly huge. No, it's Catalyst. No. You're missing it. He's saying they won. Doesn't matter if they beat them or not, who they beat, they won. So John's right. Catalyst Gaming, and I'm not calling you out, but I'm saying he's right. It doesn't matter who the opponent is. It is the fact that they got the 3 points, and that's it. And we lost. That's almost a 6-pointer. So John's right. I love you. I love your contribution, Catalyst Gaming. I do, but I'll tell you. It's important. It's a perfect time of the season. Let's finish out this Jrod.
Clearly one of the more experienced figures in this squad. You've had a lot of experience across the upper levels of the game. When it comes into this period of the season, how important is that perspective, knowing that there's a lot of games ahead of you and there's a lot to play for?
Definitely, that's the bonus. We've got so many points and games to play for that you can't be too downbeat on a result. Obviously, you have the initial disappointment, and work out what things didn't go right. And but the main thing is you keep pushing forward. And I think with this group of lads and the staff that we are working and keep pushing to improve and keep picking up the results. And like I said, there's a lot to play for, and definitely very optimistic.
Once you moved on,
true point. It's optimistic. There's a lot to play for. We lost tonight. So it's a little bit of a spin. I understand it. I get it. I'm trying to do the same thing too. Like I said, never get high, never get low. But shit, we're in the middle of gelling at the same time. Hip Karma said it right there. To be fair, they're gelling faster than JM and Bolton when they came in. 100%. You're right. But we got to get them scoring goals. We got to get them off and scoring goals. We got to win football matches.
From the disappointment of this evening, you've got a game on Sunday against Mansfield, back-to-back away wins. How motivated are you and the group to try and make that 3 now?
Definitely, I think that's what we're talking about in the change room is it's a great game to be a part of, because it's put things right and it gives you that extra motivation to go and do that. And it's an opportunity. I always look at things as opportunities, and football doesn't always go your way. I've always found that, but it's how you react. And like I said, put things right and work hard and keep going.
So on that note, we need an immediate reaction. So don't care. We need an immediate reaction, which is on Sunday. In the leader right now, just taking a picture right here. See what's happened. Do they have? They don't have the Player ratings. If I'm going to do a quick player, what I'd like to add to this Wrexham reaction show is player ratings. I might talk to Sasha about doing a player rating so we can do that on ourselves and everyone can rate the players, so we can have that in there too. But my player rating for Chomp, I'll give him a 6. Maka on the left, I give him a 5. Brunt, I give him a 6.5. O'Connell, 6.5. Max, I give him a 6. Barney, I'll give him a 6. Middle of the park, Matty James, maybe a 7. Dobson, I give him a 6.5. And then who I say, Rathbone, I give him a 6.5. And then I see up front, I give Jrod a 6, and I give a Smitty a 6.5. But I actually let me give Rathbone a 7 and Smitty a 6.5. So all in all, it wasn't good. The subs that come on didn't really make that great of an impact. So, but I'll say that too. It wasn't a solid performance. It was an all around mediocre affair for us. But we take our licks. It is a gut check, and we need to bounce back. So what I'd like to do with the Wrexham reaction show is do the player ratings. That's what I want to do. We'll figure that out too. We'll figure that out. Catalyst Gaming. Well, they're getting much time. Marriott played second fiddle to Mullen for the majority of last season after he joined. He had to get 15 minutes here and there. True, and he didn't show his true desserts there. And I love. By the way, I just noticed your thumbnail was a kitty. As a kitty, I love it. Awesome. And Chris Longman, good shout right there. Does Longman start the next cup match and the next league match? God damn it, Chris, that's like the. I wanted Longman to start this match, but for Barney, now I need him to start for Maka. I do. And I'm not being knee-jerk. I've been talking about it. I'm not being knee-jerk. Maka needs to be an impact player from this point forward. That's it. That's it. Take it or leave it. Just seen the Donnelly goal. Told you the lad was one to watch. It looks quality. Yeah, it's true. It's true. You're right. You're right. And CR says after Ollie scored through the end of the half, Wrexham outshot Orient 8-3. Doesn't fit the sit back narrative. Yeah. Okay. Fair. Okay. Fair enough. Interesting shout there, but it wasn't in the style of play. Go watch the game back. That's a that doesn't really line up for me. And CR, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But we did sit back. We took some heavy blows at them. They came at us. So CR out there, I trust you. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But it didn't look that way in my appearance. So just go check it out. We'll reconvene there too. Chris says we looked horrible in the second half when the subs came in. We looked we were trying. Well, they had something to prove. They were trying at least. They had something to prove for sure, Chris. And we were chasing the game too. I know it sounds cliche. We were chasing the game. So it is what it is. Good shout, Chris. And Matt, there was a chat tonight that earlier Lee could be a month. Well, I saw that. So yes. So earlier on, producer Ann texting me. And she asked me, do we have food for dinner? What do I answer that? We'll see. I'll wait till I'm off it. What do we answer that? Do we have food or should I order her food? That was the message. Do we have food for dinner? Okay. Anyways, back to the show. Elliot Lee could be out for at least 4 or 5 weeks. From what he said, that actually he didn't go timeline. That was for Callum Burton. Callum Burton's 4 to 5 weeks away. 4 to 5 weeks away, but he has bruised ribs for Elliot Lee. Elliot Lee has bruised ribs. He's uncomfortable and in pain. We don't know, so we shall see what's going to happen with him. CR they changed upcoming out of the half, and it took too long for us to adjust. I agree with you, CR. CR, are you new to the chat? Let us know. And right, I need to get some sleep in the office in the morning. Meh. Have a good one. Enjoy the playoff mud, Josh. Thanks, John. See you at Wembley. End of the championship. Get some rest, my friend. Such a good die. It's good. Such a good guy. Such a good guy. Awesome. Okay. I'll make everyone out of here. It's been a full day. Game day build-up show. Absolutely awesome. Live watch along. Awesome. Fun stuff. Wrexham time. Awesome. Good call in. Awesome. The result, not so great. So to the community, awesome. I'm happy to have all here together. So thank you all for coming in. And tomorrow I will be doing a live watch along, Manchester City versus Real Madrid on the Global Pundit. If you haven't gone over and subscribed to that yet, it is a work in progress, but we are getting through it. So Global Pundit tomorrow, live watch along, Real Madrid versus Manchester City. And then also, if you haven't checked it out too, the Welsh Beast and I had, excuse me, the Welsh Beast and I had a conversation over the weekend. Go check that out, which is fantastic. I had a great conversation with him, which is awesome. Anything breaks, we are here live on the Local Pundit as usual. Please smash a like and subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet. We're on our way to 50,000, 50,001. But before we get there, it's at 2,000. The goal is 2,000 by the end of the year. So that's what we're looking for. So lost today for Wrexham. Let's bounce back. 2-1 at home. Got a game on Sunday against Mansfield Town. Let's do it. And on that bombshell, I will see you all soon.